Oh my gosh, I'm actually dressed up for once for a video? Unheard of. It is also quite literally 4 a.m. So if I am a bit more quiet in this video, that is why, because my parents are sleeping. So today I wanted to talk about picking yourself back up when you're down. And just, you know, everything surrounding that, including like what you probably feel like when you're down, everything in that category, right? In a sense. Mainly speaking from my experience, so I mean, if something doesn't relate to you, like, sorry. I do not speak for everyone's feelings or experiences. Anyways, so when you're feeling down, right? It kind of just feels like a sense of hopelessness. I'm mainly talking about like in the depression sense. And so because of that hopelessness and, you know, the lack of energy, the lack of motivation to do anything, just not feeling good, you kind of just, you know, maybe stay in bed the whole day. There could be responsibilities you are kind of neglecting or like, you know, not thinking about and stuff, because it's just thinking about it just gives you stress, and then that stress leads you to, like, you know, want to just stay in bed more and stuff. And that is in addition to the already feeling of, like, you know, lack of energy and lack of motivation to do anything and stuff. So it is not a fun feeling. And also because of that, you might neglect other areas of your life as well. Like, for example, like, I don't know, like hygiene or eating, drinking water, you know, the basic necessities, right? And by avoiding those, that makes you feel even worse. So it's kind of like a negative feedback loop. I don't know if I use that term correctly, but I don't know, that just came to my head. And even when you realize that, oh, hey, this is like a problem, it's that lack of energy of like, I know that I should be doing this, and this will make me feel better, but I just can't get myself to start that. So it takes time to, like, you know, pick yourself back up from when you're in that state, and that's completely okay. For, like, you know, responsibilities and stuff, I don't know, you need to talk to like whoever's your boss for that, like whether it be work related or school related. I don't know, I just remembered, especially like before I got accommodations in uni, like for high school and middle school, literally all throughout my school life until now, basically. Whenever I would be in kind of like, you know, a depressive episode or just overall not really feeling good mentally, I would email teachers asking something. I don't know, I asked them for a lot of like tiny little accommodations. Take that as you will for whatever. Like, apply that in your life to whatever it is. I genuinely do not remember what I emailed them, but I just remember I did a lot, and it was really helpful. So yeah, when it comes to responsibilities, just like, it's worth a try to message, like, you know, whoever it is that's higher up in the system than you, like whether that be like your boss, your supervisor, your teachers, etc. Just like, you know, explaining the situation a little bit, asking whatever you want to ask that like you think might help you with stuff. Like, I know that it's scary, especially if you have social anxiety and stuff, but like, it genuinely helped me out so much when I was going through things, like throughout my school life until I got accommodations. Now I just use accommodations and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I wish I had this before. But yeah, it's always worth a try. It can work out in your favor a lot. As for, you know, actually picking yourself back up, it's, like I said, it's hard, but little things, I don't know, honestly, it's like during that time, it's just whatever little things you do can mean a lot. That phrase does not make sense. Let's say you manage to get out of bed and go brush your teeth. Maybe even do some skincare if you are like feeling up for it. Maybe you grab a bite of something. Maybe you drink some water. Those are all things that you really should celebrate. Like when you are in that state of like feeling just like so down and like mentally not good, right? Because those, although those are seen as like, you know, things that are normal every day, like requires no thought whatsoever in daily life, right? it's like when you're in that state of feeling so bad to the point where you have no energy, no motivation to do anything, like just doing those small little things takes so much out of you. And if you are able to do those things, then you really should be proud of yourself for it. And I know that it's hard. I know that it's literally, it can be so hard in that state, right? But the more you do it, I don't know what I'm really trying to say here, but just keep it up. Because the more you do that, the less down you'll feel, and potentially the sooner you'll get out of that feeling. When you're in that state, just focusing on the small things, take that, apply to whatever it is for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be just daily things. Focusing on that, keeping that up, no matter like how hard it is, and like, you know, congratulating yourself for actually being like genuinely proud with yourself for actually completing those things. I feel like that little sense of proudness adds up over time. Although it's not necessarily a major change that you would like to see right away, it definitely adds up, and I just feel like it really helps. And I know that it sounds really silly. I know that it sounds so simple and like what the fork, right? But after like, you know, thinking about it, thinking about like, you know, how I've dealt with stuff, how I've gotten better, like while in the depressive episode and stuff, it really just, for me at least, comes down to being proud of yourself for even doing the smallest things because of that compounding factor like I mentioned already. Anyways, my camera's about to die, so bye bye!